Near Protocol, a layer 1 project that did very well late in the 2020-21 bull market. A lot of hype around this project still, but currently 94% down from all-time highs. So as always in these videos, we'll be looking at the charts and talking about some price targets to the upside and to the downside for both the USDT and BTC pairings, when I would like to have my bags packed if I were an investor, bullish signals to watch out for, TP areas for both USDT and BTC pairs, and why it's so important to take profits along the way. A small change to these videos, I can already tell my face is now on the screen. Hopefully that doesn't put you off watching our videos. Speaking of which, if you do enjoy watching our videos, please do like and consider subscribing to the channel. It really does make a big difference and we do appreciate it. So thank you for those that have already done so. Last few videos over the last couple of weeks have done really well, so they're really well received. So thanks for that. And also drop in the comments below what pairs and projects you would like us to cover over the next couple of weeks. So with that out of the way, let's get into the chart. So normally we have a nice big clean range to work from, but kind of struggling to see that on near at the moment. So going for weekly levels, as you can tell, let's get rid of this 94% down arrow and zoom into the chart. So as you can see, a pretty decent couple of weeks for near. We've had a bounce off of this weekly level at 94 cents. Strong weekly candle close above the next weekly level of $1.21. You can see this has been a clear level of support and resistance in the past. So looking pretty good. We're actually looking at jumping on a long trade for near on the Learning Crypto Earn While You Learn. So we're looking for a retracement down to this level of around $1.22 to then long up to the next weekly level of $1.67. Looks pretty ambitious, but who knows at the moment, things are looking pretty bullish. So that's what we're aiming for. If you want to learn more about what the Learning Crypto Premium is, specifically the Earn While You Learn as well, follow the link below, and we've got a free trial, so you can have a look at it. If you like it, stick around. If not, then obviously you can leave. So yeah, check that out. But in the meantime, as I say, let's take a look at how things are looking at the moment. So the past couple of weeks, I've been making videos on ADA, AVAX, Mana, Rose, and Sol, and most recently Chainlink, and be saying that we're much closer to the bottom than the top. So it's probably a good time to start packing those altcoin bags. And if we take a look at the risk reward, if even today, even though we've moved off of the bottom, you're still looking, if near returns to all-time highs, you're still looking at a return of 1,500%, which is crazy. You're not going to get that in many other markets. So as I say, off the bottom, we're still only about 40% off the bottom, I think it is, 30% off the bottom. So still not a bad time to be looking at filling those bags at all. So if I were an investor in the project and, you know, was looking forward to the next bull market, when would I want my bags packed? I personally would want my bags packed before we broke this level of, if I find my paintbrush, this level of $1.67 here. That's a big level for me. I would want my bags packed before then, because otherwise you're starting to add risk and you're starting to lose multiples as well. The big area that you really want to see taken at the moment, we are still in a downtrend. So if we just zoom out a little bit and just show you that we are still clearly in a downtrend. So we've got the obvious highs back from the all-time highs. We had the massive drop in April all the way down to sort of May, June time, where we made another high. Then we made a lower high again in August, lower high here in sort of October, November of last year, another lower high in the beginning of the year, January, February and March of this year, another little lower high here in April. And again, we've made lower highs back here in sort of this summer, June, July as well. So we keep making these lower highs. So even though we make these little rallies, they're still not breaking new highs. They're not making higher highs. So this level here at $1.67 is a very important level, because as you can see, it's the most recent highs that we made back in the summer, and a break of those and a confirmation above those, so a hold above that level of $1.67 says to me that a higher high has been put in and we can start making an uptrend. So very important level for me. That's where I'd want my bags packed. So what we're going to do now, as you already know if you've watched the videos before, I'm going to show you some TP areas that I would be looking at taking profits off the table along the way in the next bull market. Now, a little caveat to say that these levels are obviously just for illustration purposes, not financial advice, all that good stuff. But also, the TPs going into the next bull run on all projects are subjective to the individual and their circumstances. So if you want to skip some TPs or you don't agree with the TPs, it's completely up to you. But they're not meant to be like a prediction or anything like that, or you must take profits here. It's advisable to take profits along the way for sure, especially if it's your first bull run, because emotions can get the better of you on the volatility. But as I say, let's just get into it, and just bear in mind that it is all for illustration purposes only. So the first two, I would actually only choose one of them. So pick your poison, one of the two. I wouldn't take profit at both. But a very important level here at $2.60. Again, the high before the most recent ones around the beginning of the year. So the yearly highs, you can see, very tough level of both support and resistance. And then the next one, as I say, you could choose alternatively. So that level is around $2.63. This next level is around $3.25-ish. Again, another solid level of previous support and resistance. So let's take a look at what a return to those prices would be from current day prices. So you're looking at just over 100% to the first TP at $2.65. And then to the next one, you're looking at 150% at around, as I say, $3.25. So pick one of those two. I wouldn't take profit at both, but we may get a rejection from $2.50 and then sort of a retracement and a retest, etc. So if you wanted to just take some profit beforehand, and as I say, as I've said in previous videos, if you take those profits, you can use that for dry powder to rebuy on a retracement, or diversify into another project, or even just withdraw it to your bank and have it as realized profit. So what you do with the profits is up to you, but it's definitely worth taking some along the way. Next TP for me would be this area up here at around $5.60-ish. Again, very solid level of support and resistance in the past. So let's take a look at what that would be from current day's prices. That is a return of pretty much 350%. Again, another really nice return. Next TP, quite a bit higher, around the $10 area. So another strategy you could implement for taking profits along the way is just nice big round numbers. So some at $5, some at $10, some at $13, whatever you want to do. Again, having set TPs just takes that emotional bias out of the equation, and is, as I say, it's good for securing those profits. So around the $10 mark, again, it's a clear level of support and resistance. Prices stopped and turned around there many times in the past. Let's take a look at what that would be from here, and you're looking at a return of around about 700%. Again, not too bad at all. Three more, so slightly higher here at around $13.50. Again, clear level of support and resistance. You see a lot of candle closes and candle wicks in and around this area. So again, from current day's prices, you are looking at a return of just shy of a 10x, so 950%. And then final two, they're pretty obvious where all these wicks are, just below all-time highs. So the wicks from, December 21, January 22, March 22, April 22, and all that good stuff, around $17. So from current day prices, you're looking at 1200% return. And then, as we mentioned earlier, the last TP at all-time highs, $20 or so, and I think, what do we say, is 1700% or 1500%. Yeah, not too bad at all. So as I've alluded to, purely for illustration purposes, set your own TPs based on your own circumstances, but take profits along the way, because you never know what crypto is going to do. As I say, you can do whatever you want with those profits, but don't forget the lesson that we were given back in May of 2021 with BTC, when we dropped 50% out of nowhere in the space of literally a week or two. And yeah, a lot of people were caught off guard there. A lot of people waiting for all-time highs. All-time highs aren't guaranteed. There's a good chance we get up there, but not every project is going to get back to all-time highs. And so if it doesn't, you don't want to be that person that's holding the bag and didn't take any profits along the way. So a word of warning. Without any further ado, let's get into the BTC pair. So this time we do have a nice tidy range to work off of on the weekly time frame. You can actually see we're below the weekly range low. As you see, we broke below the all-time lows down at, 3,770 sats. So a bullish scenario here would be a reclaim of this weekly range low at 3,770 sats. Nice bullish deviation, and then you can look at hopefully trading back up to the weekly mid-range, getting above that resistance, which is again a clear level there at 4,812, to then a move up to the weekly range high at 5,840 sats. So, as I say, well, much closer to the bottom of the top, we're at a new bottom almost. So let's just take a quick look at what a return to all-time highs would be from today's prices. Let's zoom in a little bit, get our little tool. So we're looking at around a 10x on your Bitcoin plus 1,183%. One of the best R&Rs for BTC pairings that I've seen and covered on the channel. So pretty decent little return there if it returns to all-time highs. Not a guarantee. So let's get straight into it. There's not really any targets lower. I mean, maybe you could whack a fib extension or something, but as I say, I would be mainly focusing on getting that deviation. And of course, my target to have my bags filled by, I wouldn't want to be adding to this position before breaking out of the weekly range high at 5,840 sats. I think once you break above there, it's just going to absolutely full send. You can see it's an absolutely solid level of support and resistance in the past. It's going to full send, and you don't want to be adding risk and chasing that. You want to be fully packed by the time we get there, probably by the time we even get to the weekly mid-range, because as I say, once we break past that, we're probably going to have quite a fast expansion up. So without further ado, didn't want to press that. I want to get onto the TP. So again, similar with the USDT pair, the first two you can probably choose between the two rather than taking profit on both. But first one is around 9,300 sats, and the second one is around 13,000 sats. Both very solid levels of support and resistance. You could argue that that's a range high and a range low. So taking profit at either one of those, I think, is pretty good. So again, let's just go from current day prices. You're looking at 150% return if you take profit at the first TP there at around 9,300 sats. If you wait for the next one, you're looking at 250% return. So both pretty good. Or, of course, you could just take it somewhere in the middle. Completely up to you. My third TP area would be all the way up here at 22,000-ish sats. Again, clear level of support and resistance. It's very clean level up there. You can see where things have stopped and turned around in the past. So a return from today's prices to there is just shy of 500%, about 480%. Not too bad at all. Next TP, there's only three more. Again, clear level support and resistance at 30,000 sats. Nice big round number as well. So I think a lot of people will probably be taking some profits there at 30,000 sats. You're looking at just shy of 700% return. Looking at 685. And then you can probably guess where the last two TPs are. This where we've got these candle wicks and candle body closes from March and April 2022 at around 40,000 sats. So again, nice big round number. Not a bad place to be taking some profits at, and you're looking just shy of a 10x at 930%. And then finally, I didn't want to do that. You can guess all-time highs that we just mentioned, which is about a 10x, so 1,100% return. So pretty awesome. Now, final word of warning, as I've shown before, all-time highs are not guaranteed. The one I always like to use as an example is ADA BTC. So ADA BTC pair reached all-time highs in 2017-18 of around 8,700 sats. In the latest cycle, we only managed to top out at 6,000 sats. So could you imagine if you were buying up down here and accumulating down here at 400 sats, and then you just hold on waiting for new all-time highs and they never come? And you round trip from 6,000 sats all the way back to 400. Don't be that person. Take profits along the way, and you don't go broke taking profits. And as I say, keep reiterating, these TP areas are for illustration purposes only. Completely up to you. It's all subjective, etc. So hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. If you're still here, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and chuck in comments below what pairs you would like us to cover next. Have a good week, and I'll see you for Friday's video.